Good morning, everyone. This is Ida with Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I have a project share. Um, as you all know, I said I've been working on a couple of things, and now I can tell you what it is. I was invited to join a hop, and it's going to be, don't quote me, I'll give you that information later, but I believe it's the first Saturday of next month, which is the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. We are in a Prima collaboration that is being hosted by Fun Paper Art. Um, and she invited me to join, so I've been making a bunch of embellishments for that project. So I hope you guys come back and see what the final thing is. I'm just showing you bits and pieces here. And then at next week, is it next week? Couple weeks, then we will be doing the reveals on that, and there's going to be a bunch of great prizes. The lineup is amazing, and you're probably all already subscribed to them, so why not comment and show them some love, and hopefully you'll have plenty of opportunities because there are going to be prizes. So anyway, one of the things that I was working on today was creating some little 3x3 note cards to go in my project. And I don't ever make any 3x3 cards. If you guys have have been watching my channel for very long, you'll see I don't think I have any videos of a 3x3 card because I don't make them. And usually, when I do write a note to someone, ask Ginger Pana, she'll tell you I just scribble on a paper and that's it. But these 3x3 note cards are perfect because you don't even have to add a sentiment, and you can write a little short, sweet note. And I usually keep it short and sweet. And anyway, when I was creating these, I was having trouble creating them because it's such a small space, and I never create anything small, and it's hardly ever flat. So this was a challenge for me. And these aren't flat. I don't like anything flat. So anyway, um, or should I say I don't create anything flat. This is what I created, and I have been playing around with some old dies and mixing in some new dies. So one of the new dies that I got in is this little table one right here, and this came from Auntie Allie, and it looks like it, you kind of think, well, how is this going to work? It's actually a table, like an end table, and then it's got the candelabra and then the candles to go on it, and it's a very pretty piece. Actually, let me share the die cut with you. I think I have one on my desk. I did cut it out. I did cut it out completely, and because usually when I do that, if I'm gonna run my die through my machine, I'm going to cut out the whole thing. And even if I put the rest of the die cuts I don't use in my notebook, I want the wear and tear to be even. I don't want to use this little piece all the time and nothing on here, and then I'm wearing it out and it's just not even anymore. So anyway, this is the little table that it cuts out, and then it cuts out the candelabra and the candles. So I did use the candle on this one, as you see right here. I'm working with the Prima Christmas in the Country because it is a Prima collab. So I chose to do Christmas because, by the time we air everything, fall will be well on its way, and I felt like Christmas, I would have more time to, if I wanted to gift it to anybody or whatever. Anyway, so I decided to go with Prima Christmas in the Country. And here's one of my 3x3 note cards I did use. This one is on pearlized paper, and it's not very thick, but it's not very thin either. And I did emboss the inside of this one, and this is the only one I embossed because after I worked with it, I decided that I wanted something that was a little bit thicker, but I don't like to waste. So anyway, I layered a piece of Prima paper, and all I did was use my corner chomper to round the corners or give it like a scalloped edge. And then I use a Spellbinders die, and I'll share with you which one that is. And I've had this for a really long time. I don't even know if it's available anymore, guys, but because of I have it, of course I'm going to use it. If there is anything that I can find, I will put the links in the description box. Just click on more and the drop down box will open and the links will be there if I can find it. So I used the third one in from this set, and this is called Triple Tier, and it's a beautiful set, and I don't think I've ever used it, and I've had it a few years, so I decided to use it here. I did this is the scallop that it cuts out. It is beautiful and the perfect size for a 3x3 card. And then the little candelabra, well, that was perfect for these little cards. And there are the little candles, and all I did was use a die cut that I think Jacqueline, who is Metalark001 here on YouTube, I think she cut this out for me. I'm not sure, because she sent me a bunch of die cuts, but she gifted me this actual die, so I don't know if I cut it or if she cut it for me, but I'll share with you what that looks like. And this is the, nope, not that one. Hold on one second. This one. It's this one right here. And she gifted it to me, but she also gifted me die cut. So I don't know if she cut it or I did. Nonetheless, it was a gift from her. And so I used that to cut out with the glitter paper, or this cut out with the glitter green paper. I didn't have the color that I really wanted, but I had this kind of lime kiwi color. So that's what I put that down there. And then, of course, one of those little poinsettias from Hobby Lobby, and I think it ended up beautiful. And there is dimension in between the designer paper and then the medallion, the round medallion. But I think it ended up really pretty, and I don't even need a sentiment on here. By looking at it, you know it's a Christmas one. And then I can, you know, I am gonna matte this though with some white. So that's one of the ones that I created. And then here is another one that I created, and I kept it really simple. Again, I use, on this one, I did use 110-pound cardstock that matched the pearl paper that I used previously, but it's not pearlized, but it is heavier weight. Again, I added the designer paper, and I did add a piece of ribbon. As you can see right here, I have been working with this buffalo plaid red and black ribbon, so I added a strip all the way across, and all I did was, again, I cut the medallion. I put it on foam, so it is on foam. I cut out one of the wreaths from the paper line from the Prima Christmas in the Country. And this particular wreath does have a butterfly. So what I decided to do, as when the paper, the way the paper is, some of the wreaths, you don't get a whole one, you get a piece of one. So there was one that I wouldn't be able to use as a whole piece, but it had a butterfly on it. So I fussy cut the butterfly and layered it on top of the butterfly that was on the paper, and then just stickled it up. This is a small word die that I bought a while back. I don't know if it's at Hobby Lobby maybe. And this one just says joy. I kept it really simple. Again, no sentiment. These I'm not going to matte because this is just regular cardstock. You can write on here without any problem. But because the other one is pearlized, that's why I want to matte it. So there is the 3x3 card number 2. And then I was watching Tony, who is Craft Purge, and she created some embellishments, and she used this die. I believe it was Tony from Craft Purge. She used this word, joy word die, and she cut corrugated paper in the back because it comes with the shadow and it comes with the word cut out. Well, my friend Sabrina, who is the S Factor Studio, she gifted that to me. And I thought it said yay. Well, when I was watching Tony, I thought that looks like my die. So I went and looked for it, and sure enough, it's the word joy. So I kind of did what she did, except that I offset it with pink and gold and did the corrugated in the back. And then I added one of those beautiful blings that my friend Sonia gifted me. Again, I cut out the wreath and stickled it up here and there. I added the gold medallion with the Spellbinders die, there is Dimension and then the black and red buffalo plaid ribbon or buffalo check. So there is card number 3. And I did the same thing for card number 4, except that I did it in red and black. I offset it so you could see the black and the red. And I really like the way this one shows up, especially with the ribbon in the back. Again, I did add a bling to the J. It's beautiful. I think they're simple, but they're beautiful. And they do have dimension. All of my 3x3s have dimension on them. Again, I cut out the wreath back here and I stickled it up. Well, after I was playing with that, I thought, you know, it's okay, but I don't think it looks very country-ish, or for me it doesn't. So I decided to give it another go, and it's okay, but they wouldn't go real well with what my main project is what I want to say. So I mean, they're beautiful. I'm not taking away from that, but they didn't really go as well with my main project that as I wanted it to. So I decided to try again. So I did that this morning, and this one isn't completely dry. But what I did here again is the 3x3 card, and I cut out, I'll share with you the stamp set, and if I can find it, I will link it. This is a stamp set die, and I think it has 5 pieces. These are, this is not the whole complete set, but these are the 2 that I used. And because this one fits perfectly, this one is right under 3x3, so it fit perfectly as the gold piece. And then this one is the next step down, and this one fit perfectly for the image that I wanted to use. And I have one more thing I have to share with you. One more thing. I always think I'm ready, and when I go to do my videos, I'm not ready, guys. Another thing that I use this Bo Bunny stamp set, and what I use is this right here. This little carte postal, I think that's what it says. And I stamped that right across there on the image. The image of the girl was perfect, and I cut this one out of the 8x8 paper pad. So I will link those paper pads in the description box. Then I added some stickles to kind of make it sparkly, but I did edge it with some vintage photo Tim Holtz distressed ink. So I did fade in the edges with that to make it look a little bit country-ish and vintage. This little spreading joy was above the girl, and it left me this little strip that I was able to use as my sentiment. And then this little trim, I gotta share this trim with you. I did a small haul from Dollar General. Yes, a small haul from Dollar General, and they had this awesome trim garland, and it's metallic and it's white. It's not very thick, you guys, and I think it's perfect to use on our cards. So I picked it up and I just snipped a piece and tucked it in here and there, and that is what is poking out right here, is that little garland from Dollar General. And I cut this out with just one of my punches, put a little flower in here, and I added some it's like a mixture of glass glitter and micro beads and just different things that my friend Sabrina put together, and she sent me some in a happy mail, and I kind of used it as the center of the flower. I added the snow text all the way around, and then this pine cones right here, the green that you see right here, comes from this die right here that my friend Jacqueline gifted me. And I did, believe it or not, I colored it, you guys, and it ended up being okay. It's not bad. I'll share it with you. I'm not the best at coloring. but I think it ended up okay. I I think that it ended up okay, and so I just cut a little piece because it's a long strip and I don't need the whole thing. But anyway, I colored it up. So here are the little pine cones, and I did add some glitter kiss to it as well. And I can probably get 2 more cards out of this little piece that's left. But that's what it looks like, this one. So I'll link that if I can find it in the description box. And I had this little spray. I always pick up, I tell you guys that I pick up these little sprays. And it looks like she's got on her little uh, bonnet. I think it's called the bonnet. Like she's got some little berry sprays up there, and that's what this reminds me of. So I just tucked in a little piece here and there. Nothing major, and I think it ended up really nice, guys. And I did stickle up like the fur on her collar. And what do you call those hand warmers? The fuzzy ones that you stick your hands in. I added that stickles to that. And then again, like I said, I added the snow text. And for those of you who don't know what it is, this one's called Snow Rider, but there's one that's snow text, and they're all basically the same thing. So this is the one that I used to add the snow to the sentiment and to the flower. And I think it ended up really, really pretty. And then I used some red stickles just to dot the berries on that little branch. I left it white, but I did add red to the berries. But this is what I created. And what I love about these, definitely for these, you would have to make some kind of a dimensional envelope. Well, I think these don't always necessarily have to have an envelope. Although I can make one, I don't feel it's necessary. I had made a sleigh, a Santa sleigh, and it happens that this little box is 3 inches. So all my little, this is the Heartfelt Creation stamp and die set that my friend Nisha gifted me for our swap. And I turned it into a little box, and all the little 3x3 cards fit in here perfectly. So all I'm gonna do is just put them in the little box, because I think that when you open up a package, and you have a beautiful card like this sitting on top, I think that makes an awesome presentation. And I really don't think that you need an envelope for it, but you can make an envelope for it. But it would have to be a dimensional one, because there is a dimension on it. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day. And I hope that if you're following along with me, I think some of you are, that that you create something like this, because this would be an awesome thing, especially for those like me that I never make cards, and I never make 3x3 cards to give us Happy Mail, for those of us who don't make them, and we need to add some a card or a little note to one of our packages or Happy Mail that we're sending off. So I know that they would appreciate it, because my friend Ginger gifted me some and I appreciate it. When I remember to use them, I'll take one out and I'll write a little note on it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope that you like what I created, and I hope that you're working along with me, playing along with me, and hopefully by the end of this series or this hop, you guys will have a nice little amount of Happy Mail. I do have other things that I want to share with you, but maybe tomorrow or the next day. Thanks for watching. I hope everyone's having a great day, and God bless. Bye.